SBM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. SBM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. SBM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. Kenneth, yo, let's be speaking boxing. SBM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. SBM Live, subscribe, we speaking boxing. SBM Live, hey yo,
This is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Visit the web at www.sbmboxing.com. SBM Live, subscribe. Let's speak boxing. Victor Ortiz squared off to take on Luis Collazo on the 30th in the Barclays Center. Is Luis Collazo battle tested? A lot of people said Luis Collazo has, 18-month layoff. Victor Ortiz has no chance. Collazo, he's been battle tested, which I completely disagree. But Collazo's 34-5, 17 KOs. But he's lost to every major fight. Anytime he had a title fight, he's lost everyone. He's lost to Shane Mosley, he's lost to Ricky Hatton, he's lost to Andre Berto. But anyways, the Hatton and the Berto fight, they're definitely controversial losses. I seen them fight. I think Berto won against Collazo, but a lot of people, said the judges were corrupted and all this other shit. But, Collazo was the more active fighter, but I just think Berto landed the bigger, cleaner shots. But Berto was just winded in that fight. But the judges' scorecards were definitely controversial for both the Hatton and the Berto fight. But Collazo feels that, being that the 18-month layoff and everything, religious-wise, he's just more purified. He's more focused than ever. And both of these fighters, they're at that point right now. It's make or break in their career. They have to win to do something. Victor Ortiz loses one more time, he's done. Collazo loses one more time, he's done. If anything, I think Ortiz has more to lose than anything. Collazo believes that he has something in store for Victor Ortiz, since Victor Ortiz had a 19-month layoff when Jose de Lopez actually broke his jaw. Now, Ortiz itself, he's 29-4, two draws, 22 KOs. Like I said, he's lost Jose de Lopez. He's lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. back to back. But he's done big things on that 19-month layoff. He was in Dance to the Stars. He was on Expendables 3 with Sylvester Stallone. So he's been doing big things, but he's been calling out everybody, and he's ready to rock and roll. He's ready to go. Now, as far as Luis Collazo itself, a lot of people say Collazo's going to win this fight. Look, Collazo hasn't fought anybody. He's more the active fighter. These last 3 fights, he's lost one of the last 3 fights. He's lost to Freddie Hernandez. He beat Chambers, which is nobody. He beat Callis, which is nobody. He beat Gonzalez, which is nobody. David, whatever the guy's last, I don't even know that fight. Anyways, Andre Berto, I thought Andre Berto won that fight. He lost that fight. Russell Jordan, that's definitely nobody. Sugar Shane Mosley lost that fight. Ricky Hatton lost that fight. Battle tested, he's been more active. But I just think, resume, you compare both resumes, Victor Ortiz has the better resume. He's fought the best of the best. Jose de Lopez, he fought him. Jose de Lopez definitely was good. Now, Canelo Alvarez was supposed to take on Victor Ortiz if Ortiz was supposed to beat Jose de Lopez, which I think Ortiz was winning that fight, but he just couldn't come out. He broke his jaw. I think he fought like 2 rounds with a broken jaw, 2 or 3 rounds. And actually, I thought it was 2 rounds with a broken jaw, and he just couldn't continue whatsoever. Now, Jose de Lopez ended up taking on Canelo Alvarez, moving up another weight class, losing to Canelo Alvarez, went back down and fought Madonna, and lost to Madonna as well. So I think Jose de Lopez and Ortiz are right there, even though that'll be a good rematch. I would love to see that rematch with Victor Ortiz when the time comes after Collazo. He lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. He lost to Andre Berto, pulled the upset, came out victorious, upset the crowd, upset the world, upset Andre Berto, and looked really, really good against Andre Berto. He just wasn't giving up. He wasn't giving up in the fight. He beat Lamont Peterson. He beat Harris, Nate Campbell, Antonio Diaz, like Madonna. He lost to Madonna, but that was a good fight. He just ended up giving up on that fight. I had him winning on the scorecards, but it was just a rough fight, which if Victor Ortiz, my fight prediction, I think Victor Ortiz is going to win unanimous decision. I think Collazo is a good fighter. The only disadvantage that Victor Ortiz may have is just a ring rust. 19-month layoff. 19-month layoff, a lot of people can't do it. Mayweather done it, but a lot of people can't do it. But, Victor Ortiz has that age. He's still young. He's still hungry. And he's been preparing, sparring partners and stuff like that. So I don't think Collazo's too much of a threat. Collazo's a good fighter, but I just think Victor Ortiz is just more on a higher caliber than Collazo. Now, as far as battle tested, I just think Ortiz has a better resume. Plain black, period. Now, after this fight, as soon as Victor Ortiz beats Collazo unanimous decision, I would like to see the Marcus Maidana rematch against Victor Ortiz. And I think he's definitely a threat at the 147. You put him in the mix. Matter of fact, I think he put on a better performance against Mayweather than Canelo Alvarez did. Besides that cheap shot and stuff like that, all that shit happened. But I think he definitely put on that would have been a good outcome if it wasn't. That would have been a good fight if all that stuff didn't happen. As far as the headbutt and all that other stuff, but not to get into that too much. But Victor Ortiz, I have Victor Ortiz winning. This is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. I don't want to touch too much. There's really not too much to talk about on this besides what if, ands, maybe. So it's just let's see what he ends up doing. Anyways, guys, this is Kenneth, SBM Boxing. Friend request, subscribe. Have a good one.